Gary, our attention's turned to the FA Cup this weekend and the trip to Port Vale. I mean, how up for it are the club this season?
I think the Cup's always a special occasion. It always has a different feel to league games, and the magic of the Cup, you never know where it can take you. When you start out, everyone's going on the journey. You have to try and get to the next round. That is always the kind of aim, and then that can lead to magical cup runs and cup upsets. So we've got a difficult game, we understand that. We have to go and do our best to win and put ourselves in the next round.
It's a competition that a lot of clubs might not take too seriously now, but are you approaching it like it's an important competition to the club?
Yeah, I think, as a manager, as a player, I'm someone that tries to win everything, whether that be a game in training or even playing with my kids, playing cards with my kids. I want to win. That's that is ultimately inside of me. But when it comes to these kind of games, obviously you might want to change the team a little bit, but the mentality and the message is the same, that we have to go and try and win the game. So whatever team we put out, I'm convinced that is a team that will be very competitive, and it's a team that can go and win the match at Port Vale.
It's a competition that must mean a lot to you as well, having lifted the Cup with Wigan in 2013. I mean, what are your memories of that Cup run?
I didn't play much in it, to be honest. I didn't play at all, but was involved in the semi and the final on the bench. I was injured for the earlier rounds, but the interesting thing was the earlier rounds, the manager changed a lot. The players, we won the third round in a replay at Bournemouth. We won at Macclesfield 1-0 with a penalty. So the early rounds, we were a team that would kind of put all our squad into the league campaign because of the nature of the Premier League and how difficult it is. And then once we then got to this quarter final against Everton at Goodison, we played the strongest team, won 3-0, played amazing, and then suddenly the talk is we could win this. We got the lucky draw in the semi where it was Arsenal, Man City, Millwall and ourselves, and we managed to get Millwall, who were a championship side at the time, and then had that magical day against Man City where, like I said, the journey was something that just kind of developed, and then it put us in a situation where we could have that great day, played amazing in the final, and won a cup that will go down as one of the big cup upsets in history of winning that. So it just shows you what you can do. I think we believed, when we played games under Roberto Martinez, he set us up in a way that we always believed we could win games against any team, and I think that's important. That's what I want to bring here, that we don't fear anyone, we respect teams, but I want to set the team up so that they can go and compete and be a threat to any team.
Like you say, that underdog story and film is what's important about the FA Cup as well, isn't it, to teams in the lower leagues?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think every year there'll be a team or a few teams that go on that journey, and that will be my message to the players, that it starts at Port Vale. You have to go and win this game. You have to earn the right to be in the next round, and who knows where that can take you. So we'll be doing everything we can to prepare tomorrow and to be ready for the kick-off, because it will be a difficult game. They are a team that are dangerous, they're very physical, and we have to be ready to stand up to that challenge.
We faced the Port Vale side who we played in the league and beat convincingly 4-0 back in August, but I mean, we're around the sort of same stage in the league as well as they are, so it's going to be a much different game this time round, isn't it? Yeah,
I watched that game, and I think Harry scored a fantastic goal, and the goals changed the game at that time. It was a very tight game, so we're under no illusions how difficult it's going to be. We are prepared. The team has performed well in 2 games, but we have to now go and turn that performance into a result and a win that puts us in the next round.
They've got some very dangerous players at the top end of the pitch as well, the likes of James Wilson and that to be wary of.
Yeah, James Wilson, Ellis Harrison, dynamic players, quick players, powerful players, so we have to be organised, but I'm sure they'll be worried about our players. I think we, going forward, are a real threat when we get it right, so we have to be better defensively. Of that, it's pretty clear after Plymouth, but we've worked on that. The defenders, are are working extremely hard and listening and learning to different concepts that we want and how we want to defend. And if we take that into the game, then I'm sure our strikers can do the damage and get the goals we need to win.
And on Monday night, Harry came off with looked like cramp, and Czech got through 20-30 minutes as well. I mean, how are the squad looking ahead of Saturday?
Yeah, Harry's fine. Czech is still kind of feeling a little bit his foot, so he's not trained since the game. We're still looking at that, still waiting for scan reports, but everyone else is fine. Jonathan Grounds has been back training, park training today, so he'll travel with us but won't be involved in the squad, but it's great to have him around. His experience is valuable to the players, and hopefully he'll be back full training next week as well.
And on Monday night, 10 of those 18 were either from the academy or had come through the academy, if you include Jay as well. I mean, that just says a lot about our squad, you know, and what the trust that we put in the players that we create.
I think it's amazing, yeah. I think it's what makes this club unique, that we can do that, and we want to, you know, get even more academy players in the team and go to our biggest rival and win with academy players. So it's the challenge that we have, but I actually seen it in the programme. They had their kind of previous club in the programme, and it was academy, and even when, you know, for myself who knows, you know, what the academy means to this club, when you see it in black and white, it is special, and we have to continue that tradition and continue to develop those players to be even better, and it's something that, you know, brought me to the club, and I'm really enjoying doing that.
And Ed James, someone who made his debut recently at 17, has gone out on loan on Weymouth, and that's just another important part of the process, isn't it? These young players go out and experience men's football at a level where they're going to get used to like the physicality of the game.
Yeah, and I've been really impressed with the protocol that they have for younger players in terms of how they develop them, and then knowing that they're going to send them out on loan and where they're going to send them and for what reason. There's a real clear pathway, a real clear development aspect of that journey for players, and it develops players to be ready to not only play but be you know, a top player in the first team for this club. So the club really understand how to develop young players and give them that opportunity, and like I say, we want to continue that forevermore.
And after nine long games in October, the schedule's looking a lot quieter given how the FA Cup goes in November. I mean, I guess that's going to help, one, you to get to know the players and do more time on the training pitch, and for them to get a bit more recovery time in as well. Yeah,
I think the players have come through the heavy schedule really well. I think now we do have that opportunity to train more, recover obviously for games as well, but going Saturday to Saturday will be good for myself and get that time with the players, but good for the players as well. So you know, apart from Czech, we're getting that fitness back. Hopefully Sam Stubbs at some point this month comes back, and it gives us real competition for places, and that's what we need to keep progressing as a football club.
And personally, have you had a chance to have a proper look around the area at all yet? I'm assuming you've been pretty flat out.
I've been into the city centre a few times. I managed to get to Exmouth on Monday, and I was in the water, and it was much warmer than when I went in Edinburgh. So that was nice. But yeah, I've seen little parts. I've mainly been based here and working hard here with the players, but it's a fantastic place, so many nice areas. So when I get the opportunity, then I'll use that to see even more.
Just finally as well, you know, the first 3 games on the road, but how much are you looking forward to getting to St James Park for the first time next Saturday?
Yeah, I can't wait. I went 2 days ago to see the change rooms. I hadn't even seen the change rooms of that, so I went to kind of see that just in preparation for next Saturday. But it's just how the fixtures fall. It has been a bit strange, every game being away, but I can't wait to hear the big bang, to hear that atmosphere for 2 big league games. But hopefully at that point we're also in the next round of the cup as well, and we have maybe a cup game to look forward to at home as well.